Y'all, what's up? It's your boy Nitro High Fire here. Welcome back to Nerd Torch TV. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that is actually on my mind, and at the same time is the reason why I haven't been around as I would normally have been. I used to make these videos for you guys every day, just about, at least Monday through Friday, and I used to take the weekends off, and it really got very grindy. Now when I say grindy, it gets to the point where, let's say you're in a game, let's say you're in an MMORPG, and usually you get these quests in the game, and the quest is, in order for you to reach the next level, you have to go to this valley and kill these many giant spiders, 10 giant spiders. Then you go to this mountain and you kill these many giant hawks, and you do this. Basically, this is what I mean when you're grinding. You're doing these lists of tasks repeatedly in order to get to the next level. And today's video is mostly about creative people like myself who don't really have the opportunity to be creative a lot of times because it's not seen to be what's actually functional, what actually works. So what I mean by that is, a lot of times when you're a creative individual, there's so many things that you want to do, there's so many things you want to create, and so many different types of art form you want to take part in, and to the point where you start wanting to do so much and then you end up doing nothing. So I started Nerd Torch TV on Instagram a while back, purely as an experiment. For a while back, I used to do YouTube all the time, and for a while it wouldn't go anywhere. It wouldn't move. I wouldn't gain the subscribers, the views, and everything that I really wanted to gain. So I really took some time off to get into marketing and start studying like content creation, marketing, and stuff like that. Then to kind of test to see if what I did worked, or if what I learned worked, I started Nerd Torch TV on Instagram, and I learned the formula. It's rinse, repeat, boom, bada bing. We end up getting around 5,000 followers in 2 months, which has been ridiculous. Actually, I want to say it's 3 months. So the reason I've been gone is because, and a lot of people who watch me on Instagram as well have been sending me messages like, where have you gone? Because I haven't even been posting on Instagram. But the reason I've been gone is because of the fact that with how everything is getting so grindy, you usually have this list of tasks that you do every day, and it gains you momentum to move you forward again and again and again. And the more you do, the faster you go, but at some point you get what you call the law of diminishing returns, meaning that the more work you do, at first the more work you do, the more return you get. But once you get up to a certain level, the more work you do, you start inching up little by little. So it's kind of like, so that's what basically the law of diminishing returns. So I had to kind of take a step back because a lot of stuff just started coming in to my, I like to call it my workspace. A lot of stuff started coming into my workspace. I ran into my old graphic design teacher from high school. He has been following my manga and different projects like that I do online, and he was like, hey, you know, we have this art club that meets after school. He wanted me to basically come up there and talk to some future comic and manga creators all about the manga and comic creation process, what I've learned on my journey, pretty much what I've started making videos on. And from there, we actually moved into some other stuff that I wanted to work on. Like, I wanted to work on some short films, because for those of you who have heard me talk about this, I'm primarily a filmmaker. I like telling stories, I like creating short films, I like doing that type of stuff. And Nerd Torch TV has not given me the ability to do said things. It's really started to become this grindy machine that I just put in this work and I grind. It moves forward, but at the same time it only moves forward because I know the formula, and the formula is not what makes me happy. So I had to take a step back to kind of figure out, okay, how can I keep this going, and at the same time as my manga. That's my phone. Okay, how long can I keep this going as well as keep my manga going, because going to the high school and talking to those young people about the manga and the comic process made me realize that of how much I miss making my manga. You know, I had took some time off because I started doing Nerd Torch TV, and it really got to be a huge struggle in my productivity. So I had to figure out what is it that I want to do. I know I made a video recently about a video recently about my goals in this channel, and that's why I said I hate making videos like this right after the fact of making that video, because it's like, as soon as I said that I'm gonna do this, is like a whole bunch of crap happened and stopping me from making progress and stunting the growth of what I want to do on the channel. However, the reason I started Nerd Torch TV is to see when you do so much and you get caught in the grind, you forget why you started doing everything. And the whole reason why I started doing Nerd Torch TV is to analyze and have these conversations with people about anime, comics, and gaming, and the things that attract us to those things, and really cool theories and stuff like that. And the reason I wanted to talk about those things is because I felt like it would give me an outlet so that I can actually talk about my comic and mangas and why I chose to do what I chose to do in my stories and different things like that. So I'm gonna dial it back like I already have. I dialed it back a bit, and I'm gonna talk about there's gonna be more manga content on this channel, because there has to be, you know. There has to be. I don't know of I don't know any other creators that are out there who are creating content for manga and comic creators. Like, I know them because they're so busy making their own comic and manga. And, you know, I am fortunate enough to not be the only one working on my manga and comic, and I feel like I can have these conversations with you guys in order to give a bit of insight on what you can do in order to become a manga creator or mangaka. So what I want to do, there's like I said, there's so much stuff happening everywhere. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna still have these types of conversations where we talk about anime, comics, and gaming and different things like that. But at the same time, I'm going to be focused on doing a lot of, well, not a lot, but I'm gonna be focused on doing some vlogs as well as to the process I'm taking to move my comics forward and to move my stories forward. And what's really interesting about what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking a lot about the business side of things, which is something that doesn't really get explored a lot. And the reason I'm going to be talking about that is because of the fact that the artists out there who are working on their mangas and comics and things of that nature, they are, you know, they have that term, the starving artist. And I feel like there's no reason for artists to be in the struggle as they are when, you know, when you're an artist, you create a product the same way a business creates a product, and then you sell it. I mean, it's very simple. We get focused on a lot of the wrong things along the pathways of trying to become full-time artists, that we forget how to actually go about doing that. And it's easy to actually look at other companies and other creators and look what they're doing and see how they're doing it and figure out what's actually feasible to do. But anyway, guys, this video is gonna get pretty long if I keep continually talking, but there has been so much that's happening in my own personal life. You know, if y'all seen the Pokemon Go videos, you know, I have my dog, and you know, she is getting up there in age. She's turning 9 this year, and she's really noticeably starting to slow down, and that bothers me because, you know, I raised her as a puppy, and you know, I'm trying to do the best I can to produce this type of content as well as spend time with her kind of making her little days as happy as they can be. I have an unreasonable fear of my dog dying, and that's something I'm really dealing with. Because I know she's 9. She's not like super old, but she's getting up there old, and it's not something I should be concerned about now, but it's rather one of those things where I'm trying to spend as much time with her as I can until she gets to the point where she's really old and she doesn't want to do anything. So, you know, that's been happening. One of my best friends just had a baby. You know, we threw like a bro shower for him. That's been dope. You know, it's a lot of times personal life gets in the way when you're trying to do the creative life, and but I think I may have figured out a pretty good formula in order to keep things going. I can't say that I'll be uploading every day like I used to, or Monday through Friday, but I definitely will try. I think I have kind of fast-tracked my editing process in order to make that happen for you guys. A lot of what I do is scripted. I have been focusing on my public speaking skills a bit so that they don't have to be scripted, where I can just pop on the camera, talk, and upload, you know, do my little bits of edits here and there. But anyway, guys, you know, I'm doing the best I can to make sure I can continually deliver this content, you know, upload content as often as possible for you guys to enjoy and learn from as I learn myself. And until tomorrow's video, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. But basically, before I go, in the comment section down below, if you are a creator and you have issues dealing with the creative process, I would love to know how you guys actually combat that and stay productive, because that can be something very useful to other creators who may possibly be watching this video. So make sure you guys put that in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so I can actually get back on the fast track of making content for you guys to enjoy. And make sure you go to the website, which is nerdtorch.com. I think that's the website. See, that's the website. The website is somewhere around here. So, or in the description below. Make sure y'all go check out all that cool stuff. It's your boy Nitro Hotfire here, and I'm out. Peace.